There's a hush settling over Los Angeles, a buzz of whispers in every corner of the city that never sleeps. Lakers faithful are leaning in, phones at the ready, searching for any clue, any hint of what comes next. It's the same thrill we chase when tip-off approaches, that electric charge before the ball even leaves a player's hand. But this time, it's different. This time, it's not about a one-and-done playoff push or a mid-season blockbuster trade. This time, the question hanging over Crypto.com arena cuts to the very soul of the franchise. What will LeBron James do next? Welcome back to Lakers News Fan Report, the only place where every twist and turn in Laker Nation is broken down with the passion and knowledge you expect. Before we get into the heart of today's story, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell so you never miss a moment of Lakers coverage. Your support fuels this channel, and trust me, you're going to want to stay locked in for what's coming. Now, let's dive into the bombshell dropped on The Rich Eisen Show this week. Rich Paul, the man who's guided LeBron James since high school, was asked point-blank about the Kings' future. His response: "I don't have a clue. Zero." Imagine the weight of those words. Coming from the architect of LeBron's career, they slice through expectation like a dagger. We've seen players flirt with retirement, tease a farewell tour, then reverse course, but when LeBron himself, and the man whose name is practically synonymous with his brand, admit uncertainty, that's a seismic shift. Think back. LeBron closed out this past season with averages that defy Father Time: 24.4 points, 8.2 assists, 7.8 rebounds per game. He snagged all NBA honors yet again. He carried the Lakers through injury-plagued nights, and at 40 years old, after 2 decades at basketball's pinnacle, he still delivered performances that belonged to players half his age. But then came the knee injury during those back-to-back games in May, the long rehab, the mystique of a superstar soldiering on. Every year he's had to weigh the toll on his body against the fire in his heart, and this offseason, he's facing that crossroads. Once more, could this be the final act of a career that's redefined greatness? Some insiders believe it's possible. Others think LeBron is gearing up for another historic run, one that might even rewrite the record books. The speculation is rampant. Will he pick up that $52 million player option and stay in LA? Or will he opt out, hit the open market, and force the league into a frenzy? Imagine LeBron weighing a move to a team built around his every need: spacing, shooting, defensive anchors, while the Lakers scramble to hold on to the legacy he's built in purple and gold. Fans across the globe are glued to social media, crafting theories. Could this mean he's considering a one-year trial with a contender like Miami or Philadelphia? Is it possible he's eyeing a Lakers rebuild so he can hand the reins to Anthony Davis and let the next generation carry the torch? The intrigue is unstoppable. Every podcast, every website, every barbershop debate revolves around that central question: what does LeBron want? And yet, there's method to his off-season madness. Rich Paul reminded us that LeBron's approach has always been deliberate. He rests, he reflects, he contemplates. He doesn't rush decisions. He studies your body, your mind, your legacy, and only then does he choose. It's a process that served him well: 4 NBA championships, 4 MVPs, countless all-star nods. It's a process that makes you wonder, what could happen if he takes another swing? The Lakers organization, already in preparation mode, is lying in wait. Front office strategists are mapping out contingencies. Do they build a roster around LeBron's desire for championship urgency? Do they pivot toward youth, knowing that if he walks, the transition must be seamless? Do they lean into next season's draft, trade assets, or double down on veterans who can win now? Every path hinges on those 2 words: player option and. The ripple effects extend far beyond LA. The entire NBA is in precarious balance. Teams jockeying for playoff position want to know whether they'll face a fully motivated, emotionally charged LeBron James next season or a version of ship captain, passing the baton. Opponents are secretly relieved or privately alarmed, depending on where they stand in the standings. And through it all, the media circus spins, hungry for every quote, every cryptic Instagram story, every agent and coach counterpoint that might tip the scales. But let's not forget the human side of this drama. At the core of every rumor, every analytics chart, every endless trade theory, lies a man who's given everything to this game. Think about the sacrifices, missing family milestones, playing through pain, carrying the hopes of millions. The grind has been relentless, year after year. And now, on the other side of it all, he faces a choice that transcends basketball. It's about legacy, about health, about life beyond the hardwood. What do Lakers fans want to hear? They crave the familiar roar of the crowd as the King makes yet another highlight reel play. They crave the swagger, the leadership, the promise of a chase for banner 18. They want the narrative that says LeBron still has one more chapter to write, a final push for greatness, one last dance under the spotlight. Could this be his farewell tour? A storybook ending at home? Or will he walk away quietly, letting his numbers and trophies speak for themselves? And there's one more layer to peel back. The knee. Rich Paul was clear that LeBron's decision hinges on his rehab progress. The initial reports of a serious and concerning knee injury sent pangs of dread through the fan base. But whispers from inside the facility suggest his workouts are going well, his shots are returning, his court vision remains razor sharp, his conditioning tests are encouraging. Could this mean he's back to near 100% by training camp? Is it possible that by the time the season tips off, he's sharper and more rested than he's been in years? Imagine LeBron jogging out for the season opener, not with a limp, but with a grin. Imagine him locking eyes with Anthony Davis during a timeout, both of them ready to rewrite expectations. Imagine the electricity coursing through every single fan, knowing they're witnessing living history yet again. But for now, we linger in uncertainty. We sit at the edge of our seats, refreshing Twitter feeds, replaying that Rich Eisen clip, seeking any breadcrumb that might signal his path. And as the sun sets over L.A., casting long shadows across the hardwood, one question remains louder than ever. What's next for LeBron James? We'll keep digging, we'll keep theorizing, and we'll keep bringing you every twist and turn, every nugget of insider info, right here on Lakers News Fan Report. Because when the King speaks, the world listens, and we refuse to let you miss a beat. Whether LeBron opts in or steps away, one thing is clear. The ripple effect of his decision will redefine the Lakers' entire offseason strategy. If he picks up that $52 million option, it sends a signal that he believes in this roster, in this city, in the dream of Banner 18. Front office architects will scramble to identify complementary pieces, perhaps a two-way wing, a lockdown perimeter defender, or a sharpshooter who can space the floor for both LeBron and Anthony Davis. They'll likely explore trade chips and free agent targets with urgency, knowing that a 40-year-old superstar returning for one more run transforms the franchise's trajectory. On the other hand, if LeBron declines the option and enters free agency, every contender from Miami to Milwaukee to his hometown Cleveland will make a pitch. The league will enter full frenzy. What if he wants to chase a title with a totally revamped supporting cast? What if he seeks a one-year reunion in South Beach, chasing that elusive fifth ring alongside Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo? Or perhaps he's eyeing a Patriot-style dynasty in L.A., trusting in the organization that drafted him to reload around AD and role players. The mere possibility of LeBron on the market will send shockwaves through boardrooms and locker rooms, alike as teams adjust their cap sheets, draft plans, and trade conversations. Yet, beyond the chess match of contracts and roster moves lies the human element. This is a man who has always weighed decisions with both heart and mind. We've seen how he studies film in the summer, how he meticulously monitors his body's response to every workload. We've seen how he chooses movies, business ventures, and family time during his off-seasons. Now, with a knee that demanded careful rehab, he faces perhaps his most personal crossroads. Does he continue to endure the physical toll, or does he step back, preserving his legacy at a pinnacle rather than wearing it down in the twilight? As Lakers fans, what do we hope? To hear, I know I want to hear his voice on the call confirming he's coming back, because there's nothing like the feeling of anticipation the night LeBron suits up again. I crave the electric atmosphere of opening night, the sense that anything is possible. I want to believe that this season, with a healthy King and a motivated core, could be the one that silences critics and cements his legendary status right here in Los Angeles. But there's also a poignant beauty in closure. If LeBron chooses to walk away, imagine the farewell tour. 25,000 fans chanting his name at arenas across the country, tributes on every screen, teammates and rivals alike celebrating a career that spanned generations. He'd exit as gracefully as he played, with a clutch shot, a farewell dunk, a final assist, etched forever in basketball lore. Either scenario demands we prepare for seismic change. Should he stay, the Lakers front office must pivot swiftly to assemble a title-ready roster around him. Should he go, they must chart a long-term rebuild, identifying the next cornerstone, be it a draft prospect, a buyout market acquisition, or a trade target. In both cases, the question looms large. What identity will the Lakers embrace? Relentless veterans chasing glory, or a youthful core heralding a new era? Let's not overlook the coaching implications. Darvin Ham's successor, whether an up-and-coming assistant or a proven sideline veteran, will inherit a drastically different challenge based on LeBron's choice. Will they be tasked with maximizing the final title window of a future Hall of Famer, or with developing young talent and establishing a fresh culture? The answer hinges almost entirely on one option being exercised or declined in the coming weeks. And then there's you, the fan. What do you want? Do you picture LeBron jogging out for another season opener, effortlessly gliding past defenders at 40? Do you dream of a last hurrah, that one special game where he erupts for 40 points in his farewell? Or do you believe his legacy is complete, that we should celebrate his career now, while memories remain vivid and untainted by the risks of declining performance? We're at the precipice of a decision that will echo far beyond a single season. Whether he chooses the hardwood or the next chapter off it, LeBron James will command the basketball universe's attention. And Lakers News Fan Report will be here to break it all down. Contract details, free agent domino effects, front office maneuvers, press conference reactions, and, most importantly, fan sentiment from the stands to the street. But what do you think? Will LeBron activate his option and return for one more run in purple and gold? Or will he close the curtain on his playing career and step into a new role, as a mentor, executive, or global icon beyond the court? Drop your thoughts below. I'm dying to hear your take. Do you want him back? Do you respect a graceful exit? Are you ready to trust the Lakers' next move, whatever it may be? Personally, I can't help but hope he stays. I want that buzz, back in the building, that championship chase, that storybook finish. Because if there's one thing LeBron has taught us, it's that he never settles. He never backs down. And if he suits up again, you can bet this team will fight harder than ever to make his choice worthwhile. If you enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to like the video, subscribe to Lakers News Fan Report, and ring that notification bell so you don't miss any breaking news, analysis, and speculation. Until next time, keep the faith, keep the debate alive, and stay ready. For whatever LeBron decides next, it's going to be a ride unlike any we've seen before.